Hey everybody, this is Steve Hess, Director of User Experience at OpenBOM, and I'm excited to bring to you support for Onshape categories. And here's how that works. It allows us to send information from Onshape to OpenBOM catalogs based on their category. And you might be asking, what does category mean? So I'm going to take a moment here and show you categories in Onshape and then show you how we map that to OpenBOM and why that's important. So let's get started. I'm in my Onshape account and I'm going to visit my company settings. Yours may look different based on your type of account, but if you have an option here for categories, please visit that. And you can see that categories are a definition within Onshape that tells Onshape some information about the parts that you're building. So I've added 3 new categories to my Onshape environment: sheet metal, fastener and electrical, and PCB. So I've added 4. And I want to use those to tell OpenBOM where to bring information to OpenBOM from Onshape. So anyway, let's start by defining those categories. So those are done ahead of time. And now within my design in OpenBOM, I take a little time and I say, hey, look, this particular item here that happens to be the power adapter, I set that as an electrical item. You can see what I'm starting to do here is I'm going to start organizing my items in OpenBOM, and I'm doing that by starting to specify their category here. So I've done that. Maybe down here I've got some sheet metal parts. So let's take a look at a few of those. And as you can imagine, I've set the sheet metal parts to sheet metal. And again, I'm still in Onshape, but I've set those to be category sheet metal. So I've kind of done that ahead of time. I've set up my design with some of those categories, and now let's jump into OpenBOM and see what we do next. When I click the OpenBOM flyout, I'll be greeted with the Create BOM dialog. And before I create the BOM, I want to visit the settings. These are the existing settings that you have here for managing properties. There's other videos on those. We're going to go visit this new button here, Catalog Settings. Within Catalog Settings, this is where it gives me the ability to map that Onshape category to a particular OpenBOM catalog. And I'm going to use this one down here in particular. I've got some parts with that sheet metal category. I'm going to send those over to my sheet metal catalog. And likewise, I'm going to do the same thing with some PCBAs. I want to send that to my PCBA catalog. As that electrical connector, I'm going to send that to my electrical catalog. And before we continue, let's just jump over to my OpenBOM dashboard, and you can see that I've created these catalogs ahead of time. And if I was to take a peek inside one, you'll see that right now they're currently empty. So I'm back in Onshape now. I've set up this mapping, and I'm going to go ahead and create a bill of material. So as we know, the OpenBOM for Onshape integration goes through this entire assembly, picks up all of its structure, and up until this release, put all of the parts in something in OpenBOM called Onshape items. And that was good, but it didn't really give me the ability to, let's say, I just want to share my sheet metal parts with my sheet metal subcontractor, or maybe my PCBAs get a whole different set of properties than sheet metal does, and I don't want to have all those extra properties sitting around in my sheet metal parts. So let's jump over here to our sheet metal catalog now. Let's see what that looks like. Outstanding. So what I have now is a sheet metal catalog that has just my sheet metal parts in it from Onshape, and I could share this with my supplier, and he or she could start typing in costs and things, and I can start building that top-down cost structure that's really important. Let's take a look at one other one here before we close. Let's go see what went into our PCBA catalog. Great, my PC board, which I said inside of Onshape was category PCB, ended up in my PCBA catalog. Likewise, I can share that with my PCBA vendor. So the bottom line here, we set up those categories. I'm going to review for you here quickly. We set up those categories in Onshape. We made them meaningful. There's a lot of default ones, so go ahead and investigate that. But I added these ones that I was interested in. When I opened my bill of material, Next, I specified for some of these parts the category. In this case, my sheet metal parts. I set them to sheet metal. And then finally, when I was in my bill of material, when I created my bill of material, I visited the settings area. Now my BOM's going to open now since I've already created it here, but I'll show you what I mean. I visited the settings UI, which gave me the ability to map those Onshape categories. Map those Onshape categories to OpenBOM catalogs, and I did that here with electrical and the others. And then I built the BOM, and finally I ended up with a nice set of catalogs in OpenBOM that had just the parts in them that I wanted. So I hope you found that useful. We always love to hear from you about support@openbom.com. Thank you.